Hello, Johnny here. Welcome to a very special Nod or Shake. I've never done a television show before. I don't think I will. It just takes too much time. And yeah, so for this episode, I'm going to review the last episode of Supernatural ever. Am I a fan? I don't know. Maybe a little bit here and there. I dabble. I watched every episode. I'm not like, oh, I know season 3, episode 5, title is this. So I'm like average fan. I know there are people who can tell like Castiel's middle name. I'm not that person, so lay off if I say anything incorrectly. So for the review, I'm going to talk about some pros and cons. This is probably going to be a longer review. So again, if you're used to my short format, this is not the video for you. Alrighty, so Supernatural, Season 15, Episode 20, Carry On. I loved it. I must say I do love it. Now, I'm going to talk about some pros and cons about the episode. I do have some gripes with some of the decisions that were made. One of the biggest gripe is, and I don't want to get this misinterpreted, because I know a lot of people feel a certain way about, spoilers, about Dean's death. I don't mind how he died. In fact, I think that was a perfect way to do it. He said he always wanted to go down swinging, and that's exactly how it happened. A lot of people said he died by the nail. That's not how he died. He died being pushed by a vampire. My issue is that, and this is not necessarily this episode's fault, it was kind of the whole notion that God was controlling everything. And I was kind of a little like, I'm not crazy about that idea, because to me it's like all their accomplishments are not their accomplishments. It's almost like Chuck's accomplishments. So it kind of lessens all the work that was put in. So the way that the episode aired, the way that the episode presented, it was just like, okay, we got rid of God. Great. Now we have free will. And I'm dead. It kind of lessens them as hunters. Dean, because Dean is the one that died. So I struggled with, and that really bothered me, because I wish how I would have done it was, who cares how I would have done it? What I wish they would have done was they showed like a little montage of them hunting demons, and then it's like just another day at work. Just, again, the way it was presented, it was normal day, case, and then death. So it just kind of seemed like again, I think it's great that it was a regular Joe Nobody, because I know it's a fantasy show, I know it's not real, but that's just how life is, It's not everybody has this dramatic, crazy death. Abraham Lincoln was shot by the lesser-known actor of the Booth brothers, John Wilkes Booth. Yeah, of the Booth brothers. So, sometimes in life, death is anticlimactic. And that's kind of a pro that I like about this is, again, they for the last episode, they were like, let's strip away everything. Now, I wonder if that was because of COVID, but they basically were like, let's bring things back. And I like how, yes, they had the season finale where they got rid of God, but I don't think there's ever been a show that the big event happens, the arc wraps up. Usually it's just like, okay, the arc's wrapped up and everything's fine. You never see the aftermath of the arc. So it was cool seeing that there's more to than an arc. So that I liked. Another con for me that I kind of struggle with, and a lot of people, my brother included, kind of, so let me tell you the con. Cass was taken by the empty. He experienced his moment of happiness, and the empty was like, all right, I'm taking you. I'm snatching you up. So that happened. And then Dean dies and he meets Bobby, and it's like, oh, hey, Cass helped build this heaven. A lot of people are arguing that Jack was such a powerful god, such a good god, that he was either able to get rid of the empty or work with the empty, something that brought Cass back. I kind of like, that's a heavy implication to make, I feel like, because, I don't know, I just feel like God wants, or the empty wants to sleep, so it's like, leave me alone. And I just feel like, I don't know. So again, I kind of struggled with like, how did Cass end up in heaven? One thing that I liked, and I'm sure this was done on purpose, so if you're a Supernatural fan, if you aren't, I don't know why you're watching this, but every episode, a season finale, starts with Carry On My Wayward Son, and they show montages of the past season. For this episode, they did not do that. They did a regular one, like it was a regular episode, and they played it at the end, showing the present/future, which I thought it was a nice touch, because it's like the road so far, and now it's like the road ahead. And I thought that was a nice touch. Excuse me. This is the most I've ever talked in my life. One other thing that I liked, little thing here, the Easter egg that I kind of picked, I don't know if it's right, but they're wearing the exact clothes from the first season that they had when they're in heaven. Spoiler. For God's sakes, if you go like, spoilers, I'm going to be mad. Nitpicky. This is nitpicky. I think if they didn't bring back Bobby earlier, the impact would have been more if you saw him in heaven. Because it was kind of like you saw Bobby. It's like, I've seen you already a few times, though. But they did do a good job of this. Definitely, it's the same actor, but you could really get a sense of this is a different Bobby than the other Bobby from the other dimension. So, again, stupid nitpicky. Because I'm a nitpicky guy. But I like Sam living out his life. I hope he ends up with Eileen, because that was something that they were going for. But yeah, I really appreciated that it was just them two. Again, I don't know if you noticed, you probably did, faster than I did, but the license plate on Baby was the original license plate from season 1, Kansas. I'm running out of steam here, guys. Overall, I liked it. I give it a nod. I know I've said some things that it's like, oh, if you like it so much, why are you shitting on it? Because that's what a fan does. A fan goes like, I like this. Here's the thing, though. In my opinion. Alrighty. I'm going to have some water now. Most of what I said probably doesn't make sense. What did you think of the last episode of Supernatural? I think it's a very hard thing to end a show, especially for a show that has lasted 15 years. I just want to congratulate the cast of Supernatural. I want to thank the cast of Supernatural. I came in late to the game. I watched it all on Netflix until like season 13, then I got caught up. It's just a very fun show to watch for an hour. So yeah, again, I want to thank the cast of Supernatural, cast and crew, and congratulations to them. And that's it. Tell me your thoughts. Leave a comment. Subscribe. I want to thank Jason, who was like, hey, you should do a nod or shake for Supernatural. He might regret that he asked that when he sees how much time I have spent doing this video. But again, it's always nice to get a suggestion, and when I get a suggestion, I do it. Alrighty? That's it. I probably had a million other thoughts that I don't write this stuff down. I just go like, here's my camera, and here's what I'm going to say, and then nonsense comes out. So that's the review. I'll probably be doing a movie sometime in the week. Hopefully you check that out. Thanks for cringing, and I will see you sometime. Don't you cry no more.
You son of a bitch.